What's up YouTube? Lewis here, and with the third update on the Thunderjet 1/2 scale from Tamiya. Great kit, as you can see from where we left off on the second update. We've glued in the wings. I've rescribed some sections. You know, like right here, that's all rescribed. Up here, that's all rescribed. And I gotta tell you, I am so glad that I got this. So thank you, Chunk, for that. Plastic Scriber 2 from Tamiya. It is a great tool if you're planning on rescribing. And I know Phil from Basic Modeling, he told me he wants to rescribe a couple of Airfix model kits. This is what you need. This is probably, and I've used several, best rescriber, easy to handle, most comfortable. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'1", 250 pounds, so I'm a big guy. And I have big hands, so this is actually really nice. Now, here's a piece of advice. If you're gonna use this, the secret is not to push down when you're rescribing. Don't press it in. This is a pulling device. You set it on the panel line that you're gonna rescribe or that you're gonna create, and you just pull. You just pull gently. Don't pull like there's no tomorrow. I mean, just gently pull, and make sure that when you're doing it on a 90-degree angle. Means straight. Okay, because what happens is, say if I'm rescribing this panel line right here along that way, if I'm not doing it on a 90-degree angle, if I do it, you know, crooked, the blade's gonna want to pull that way. So what's gonna happen if you do that, and I left this on so that you guys could see what I'm talking about. There's a little tiny scratch right there with the light shining. That little tiny scratch, it's exactly what happened when I was doing it. I wasn't doing it in a 90-degree angle, so it went off the course. You know, it went off the panel line, and it created that little tiny scratch. Fortunately, I wasn't pushing down, so the scratch wasn't as deep. So, you know, after sanding a little bit, buffing it out, it should come off. And after the primer, it should come off. Another thing that we did is I went ahead and I filled up or masked off the areas that we don't want primer on, that were already painted. And what I use is this blue stick. What it is like Play-Doh, and it's used for, you know, like hanging pictures on the wall. They usually sell it at a hardware store. I think I bought it at Lowe's, and I think it was like $3 a pack. And I have plenty of it. I haven't even used some of it. You see, it comes in like in strips like that, and it works really good for like masking. It works really good for doing the worm technique that I call for doing camo patterns and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure there's, you know, a lot of uses for it. But one thing I recommend, if you're gonna use it to mask off a section like I did with the gun bay here, not the engine bay, the gun bay, I would recommend that if you're gonna do it, don't mask it off, say on top of little tiny pieces. For example, in the cockpit, I have the seat. If I was to mask off that part, when I pull the blue stick off, it will probably pull the entire piece. So make sure when you mask it off that it's only a one-piece section. Like all these sections that I mask off, there's nothing underneath that might be pulling out when I pull the blue stick. So with the exception of this part right here, these brackets, I've broken them quite a few times, but it's one of those things that you can't glue after because it is a one-piece kind of deal. So, but I like it because it kind of, you know, it creates support for those brackets. So even if I tap them, they should stay in place because I have the glue tack. But when I take it off, all I gotta do is be really careful with the cocktail stick. Just push it away from the brackets and then pull it off. So you gotta be careful on that. We've also worked on the bombs. Now I kind of went ahead. I was bored one day and I worked on that. Really nice fit. The seam lines are actually where the two halves meet, so I didn't have to worry about buffing out any seam lines in the middle. It was just done in no time. With that, I want to stop the video. I want to show you guys where I'm at right now. These are the instructions, and this is where we are right here. Okay, we've glued in the wings, and the next step will be the landing gear, which that we could do real fast. And then attaching it, of course I'm not going to attach it because I got to prime everything first. And for those of you who are watching for the first time, welcome to all the new subscribers. But I'm going to be using Tamiya's Fine Surfers Primer, the gray one. It has a little satin finish for it. For natural metal finishes, it is recommended to use a gloss kind of primer or a base color. The most used is the Alclad's gloss black base, and what it does is it gives you that little extra shine. But I was told to use the gray primer just because I'm not going to be buffing any paints after that. And the person who gave it to me, it's an expert on metal finishes, so that's what I went with. But I want to stop the video right now. I'm going to change positions here, and I want to tell you where we are with the project and what I need to do in order to keep going with the project. And yeah, so let me explain that to you. Hey guys, so what I tell you was that we're getting close to the painting stage of the model. Now I live in a small 2-bedroom apartment or flat, and I need to get the fumes from the paint out of the apartment. Now you've seen me spraying acrylics on my last video, and those aren't big of a problem, but when you're shooting Alclad or lacquer or enamel paints, you gotta be able to protect yourself. So I want to buy one of those portable spray boots, not the real expensive ones, because those are a little bigger, they make a lot of noise. They work really good, but I'm in an apartment and I'm renting, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be moving, so I want to be able to you know, take it out of my table, put it in the closet, and you know, they work really good. They come with hoses. You put it outside the window, and away you go with painting. Another problem is, and you may say, well, why don't you go outside and do it? It's been extremely hot, and I'm talking about 110 degree weather here. It's been like that for maybe a week now, and it's probably continue until next week. So right now I can't take an outclad paint and paint outside with this kind of heat, because outclad paints, they dry super fast. So that plus the heat will create this orange peel kind of texture, because the paint will dry even before they get to the surface. So I don't want to risk it. I just don't want to risk it. So I want to let you guys know those are my plans. However, we're going to be able to continue on with the updates, because we still got the landing gear, we still got the weapons and the canopy, and yeah, so videos aren't going to stop. But for some reason, if I haven't purchased or made a spray booth, then you'll know why exactly. You know, you'll know that I'm kind of on a hold, because I'm researching the best, most affordable spray booth, you know. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know I appreciate your comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll be watching you guys on the next update. Okay, thank you very much. This is Louis, and I'm out.